Hello and welcome to the Chat Shit Shed part of the show with me, Jan from the Box Hounds, taking over from Jimbo this week for International Women's Day. Remember, if you're listening on Spotify, you can watch all the extended uncut bits with extra swearing, obviously, because I'm on this week, on YouTube from 1 o'clock on Sunday. And if you're watching on YouTube, then head over to Spotify where you can get all the great music and the full podcast complete with the song request courtroom. And Dave, why the fuck are you here? It's girls only tonight.
Because I have got a bone to pick with you, Jan.
Right.
So last week, was it last Wednesday, Thursday time? There was a great big parcel that turned up to my house.
Yeah.
Right? And H said to me, "What the fuck have you been ordering now?" And I was like, "Nothing." Not that I think it was that big, because it's not in the shape of a can of beer or anything. And I messaged the usual two suspects, Jimbo and Dunny, to reply of, "Weren't me, mate." And then I thought, who's going to be the next person to have sent me something as big as that? Because it was quite sizably packaged.
Yeah.
So, Jan, what I've got to thank you for is a great big wooden cock and ball, complete with my own Guinness.
Yeah.
To much H's surprise, it says Dave's blackboard. It should say Dave's cockboard. But
No, hang on a minute, because if it was a whiteboard, it would have to have been half the size. That's why I went with a blackboard.
So I've got a great big cock and ball now. Just half. But I'm going to put it in top of bedroom. Over the bed. So,
lovely.
Hey, thank you for...
It's just that a few weeks back, obviously after Hayley got you the cock decanter, they are. And then Andy said it would be hilarious if people start sending you cock-themed things. And I thought, right, I've got a brilliant idea. There we go.
I mean, the woodwork's exceptional. You know, the curve in it that you've done, the tip. It's ever so good.
And with your own custom artwork on the bottom.
That's it. I might even get this tattooed on my left nad.
Really?
Yeah, I could get it. Could you imagine? That'd hurt.
That would hurt, yeah.
Bit of Jan's artwork. But yes, thank you very much for this, Jan.
That is all right. You are more than welcome. And I'm glad you saw the funny side of it, because it is supposed to be a joke. So,
I mean,
I hope you like it.
Have it in the bedroom.
Anyway, I don't wish to be rude, Dave, but you can fuck off and get the real boss on, because it's girls only tonight.
She's coming.
I'm coming.
You ain't having me black cock, though.
Hi, Hayley. Hello.
Oh.
Hey, George, can I have my drink, please? Bye.
Bye. Right, guys, so this is Hayley from the Hardy Arms, Dave's wife and the real boss of the pub shed. And I think next we are getting on Abitronic.
She's not here yet.
Not here yet.
She's on at past. But if you want to be chatting with Hayley about what she was up to at weekend.
All right.
No, do we have to?
Well,
yeah.
We watched the football and it was terrible.
Oh, yeah, you got to talk football.
Yeah, Saturday was started off a great day, you know. Got the in-laws to look after Ava for the afternoon, so me and Dave could go to the football, a few drinks. Had a little bit of a tete-a-tete with a woman at the ticket box because Dave was going on my dad's ticket. And then the football was terrible. But other than that, it was great. It was a great afternoon.
It was great. You went to the pub beforehand?
Yeah, a few drinks beforehand. Yeah. Can't remember the name of the pub, Dave. The Western.
Right.
Just nice local little pub in Leicester. And yeah, that's it really. And then Sunday we had a chilled one, didn't we? Went to the pub. It was that nice kind of weather, wasn't it? Where you want to just get out and walk. So we started walking. I think Dave secretly knew we were going to the pub because he put quite a few things, like he was quite well prepared, you know, for the child and the dogs and things like that. And I was like, are we going to the pub? He was like, no, we're just going for a walk. Okay.
Oh, so we really had it all planned out then.
Of course.
But
yes, so we did go to the pub, but it was actually really nice because the weather was lovely and nice chilled Sunday.
Oh, brilliant, lovely. And are you having a drink tonight?
I am on Vault City, and I've forgotten the name of it. Shattered Dream Cake.
Very nice.
Yeah,
lovely.
like a sour.
I'm not a huge fan of sours, to be fair. I don't mind the odd one, but I am on the Neep's End Brewing Co. gifted to me by Jimbo on Friday when we popped into the pub shed. And it's 5 hop pale, 5%. And I'll tell you guys a little bit more about this when Abby joins us.
Yeah, I do like a sour. And I was saying to Dave, I'm not massively into beers. I'm not going to pretend that I'm some, you know, sort of secret beer drinker or anything, but like the odd one. But I do find that Vault City, whatever I order, Vault City, I know I can rely on. Like I've tried lots of other ones, and you know, it's just down to the brew, but they're not always what they say. That's the thing with sours. You find that they say it's a flavour, and it's quite a lot of them have been disappointing. But this is a good old sturdy, like a Vault City. It's got a bit of a punch from Monday night. This is 9%.
Oh.
So, yeah. And I've got work tomorrow, which is like my second day in.
Oh, nice.
After maternity leave. So, don't know if this is going to be kill or cure, to be honest. I'll probably regret it tomorrow, but never mind.
No, that's it. Enjoy it and while you're in the moment, isn't it? Worry about tomorrow. That's all you can do. So, Hayley, who wanted the pub shed? Was it you or Dave?
I think we know the answer to that. It was obviously Dave, but
yeah,
you know, I will agree with him. This part of the garden had like a bit of an odd kind of dead space behind the garage. Probably I'd thought a shed, but it's still a shed, right? But yeah, it was Dave's idea. But I suppose, it is cool. It's nice to have it as much as we joke and stuff. I was very much involved in the early days. What did I do? I treated all the wood. I did everything before we put it up. So very much involved. What did I do?
Help build it.
Yeah, help build it. But yeah, you don't
decorate it.
I definitely don't decorate it. This is definitely all Dave's tat. I tried to have a gin bar. I tried to like take over a corner, and even that was hard work. Like there's a shelf of gins here, and that was like a near-on divorce because and I wanted a second shelf, was not allowed a second shelf. So I've got one shelf and he's bullying me. So I didn't like a lot of people. I don't think he's like this really, but he's trying to pretend that he's not. You like to have a selection. So with the gins, I try to like not drink all of them. So I've always got a selection, but Dave really hates it because then there'll be like this much in a gin bottle. So if he'll come down and make me a drink, he always uses the little bit because he's slowly trying to kill off my selection.
Oh, well, that's no good, is it? No good. You just have to keep topping it up, Hayley. Every time you go to Tesco's or wherever it is you shop, just keep topping it up all the time.
That's it. I mean, obviously, we've still had a drink here and there, obviously, after having little one, but it's definitely took a little bit more of a back seat. But, you know, just a bit older now, we're getting there.
Must be quite handy, though, with the little one, because if you and Dave fancy popping out there, like you are tonight, you're there, you're at home, aren't you? So
like a lot of people, like lockdown, obviously this was the absolute gem. And then for, like you say, for me and Dave, if it's a Saturday night and we're not really doing much, obviously little one's asleep, we've got the monitor and we're only in the garden basically, so it's not we can still have that kind of feeling like we're going out without having to go out and get babysitters and stuff. So it's nice. Obviously I do keep joking to Dave that it's slowly going to become a Wendy house.
Well,
I'm trying to eye up part of the corner so that she can have a little pretend kitchen in here. So, He's shaking his head.
Have a little mini bar in there for her.
That's what I said. I was like, you can make her a little
Yeah.
bar in the corner.
That'd be brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, he won't complain, will he, when she gets to that age and she can carry drinks for him?
No, exactly. That is exactly it. That is exactly it.
So yes, the bar is, as much as it pains me to say it, it's actually a really cool thing, and it is nice to have people over here. And I've definitely had work friends and things come over and had some very interesting nights, which have sort of gone down in work folklore. So
yeah. What I'm going to do is ask Jimbo to pull. So what about what did he used to call himself? Not Dave.
yeah, I've got
Then
the t-shirt on
Dave. Oh yeah, the Not Dave t-shirt.
because I'm not Dave.
So, yeah. So has Dave turned into Not Dave because he's gone nuts for Guinness?
I mean, he's definitely not going to be drinking Carling Nitro, but the Guinness obsession is just next level. I just don't know what's happened, to be honest. We've gone from not liking Guinness at all to now everything is Guinness. But this is just Dave through and through. Like, takes ages to like something, and then we have to do it to death. So
Yeah.
literally, and it spreads. I don't know if you find this, like in your family. So I've now got people dropping off Guinness crisps for him, or anything that's got anything Guinness on it. Everyone's like, oh, send this to Dave. We found this, and I'm like, oh. So yes, he's rather obsessed.
The problem is when they start coming back with things for the house with Guinness on it, isn't it? And then you've got to have it in the house as well.
In here.
Yeah, he won't be able to move in there in a minute. He'd have to go in sideways.
I think he'd quite like that, to be honest, because this is the problem. You can't threaten to lock them out, can you? Because he'd just come in here.
Yeah, no, that's it. That's it.
So actually, it's the opposite. I'll lock him out of here. That's the punishment.
But yeah,
the Guinness obsession is something else. It has to be said.
Yeah, crazy. Considering 6 months ago, oh no, I don't like stouts. I'm not touching stouts. And I was actually really shocked when they did the Dick and Ed Pub Shed TV, and he drank that stout and actually really enjoyed it. Crazy.
I think he is having some kind of like midlife crisis, because I'm sure he's told you. So he's like drinking Guinness. Brown sauce is the other thing that he's decided he now likes. And he's even giving coffee a good go, which coffee was like no chance. So now, you know, he's experimenting with all these coffees.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. So do you reckon, well, it must be not too bad, because Guinness is a bit cheaper than some of the craft beers. So it's not a bad thing, is it?
I'm not sure that's quite worked. That logic's quite worked its way through now, because I think the logic is, well, I can buy more craft beers because I'm spending less.
Right. Okay. That's typical man thinking, really. That,
yeah.
Isn't it?
Get more Guinness, and then, you know, can still get my craft beers in.
Yeah. Oh, well.
So drink Guinness regularly to save up for the craft beers.
Yeah. So what about you? You're not into Guinness?
No, it's not my thing. I think when I was younger, I used to have Dave always laughs at me for saying this. Like, I always used to like a bitter shandy, like back years ago. Like my dad would be like, have a drink. You know, when you're like probably a little bit too young to be having a drink. I was allowed like a bitter shandy, but that's about as far as kind of my step into kind of bitter stout. No.
So what do you normally drink? Obviously gin, but do you have like cocktails and stuff as well?
I do like cocktails, but like they're super sweet, aren't they? So you can't drink many on a night out without getting really bad. I'm that person that gets really bad heartburn, right? So cocktails are not good for that. They're also really dangerous, aren't they? But I do like a cocktail.
Yeah.
Probably my poison, to be honest, is Prosecco. I think like a lot of people, like Prosecco like hit big, didn't it? I went mad on the Prosecco, and then gin became sort of like a big thing. I sort of moved to the gin, and then I think I've kind of migrated back to Prosecco. But it's just the calories, isn't it? In all these things.
I've just got to, well, I'm at the age now. I think, oh, do you know what? Fuck it. I'd rather carry a couple of pounds and actually, I love my food and I love my beer. As simple as that.
Yeah.
I'd rather, you know.
Yeah. We always say I'd
I
rather be fat and happy than skinny and
exactly.
miserable.
Yeah, that's my attitude. That is my attitude.
Yeah.
But it's funny because I've always been a beer drinker, even when I was a teenager. And I think probably my early 20s, I went through a phase of drinking vodka and orange. I don't
I think
really
that was
know
a
why I
phase,
did.
though, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then, just went back onto the beers and got more and more into the craft beers, which is it's great because they're tasty. You know, that there's some really good craft beers out there, but it ain't done very well for my bank balance. Let's put it that way.
No, that's the only thing. And like I say, I like a sour, but you know, it is hard sometimes when you're buying one can for like £7, and that's basically a bottle of prosecco. But it comes down to what you enjoy. So if I'm just like tonight, I wouldn't drink a bottle of prosecco tonight because that's ridiculous. But I can have 9% beer instead.
Yeah.
But I think it depends what you're doing, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Although the thing is, if you go to the pub now, probably a pint of Foster's or a pint of Stella or whatever is probably near on what a can of craft beer is to buy anyway. So
yeah, it's insane, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Plus, if you're just out in the pub shed, then you're not paying for taxis and all that gubbins as well, are you? If you want something to eat, you can whip indoors and do something to eat. So it's that for us, it's actually been great, you know, because it's a way for us to get out without it costing too much money.
Well, I think there's a massive shift, isn't there? There's a lot of people obviously going to the low and no, which is fair enough. And I think the people that aren't necessarily doing the low and no, or a vast majority of them have got pub sheds for those reasons.
Yeah, no, that's it. That's right. So the next pub Sheddie beer lover is Abitronic, the better half of Andros Beer Selfies. Hi.
Nice to finally meet you, Jan.
And you. So Jimbo's just informed me that you've been on a quiz show.
Yeah, a while ago, yeah.
So do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I was on a show called Pointless, which were not Pointless. Why did I say Pointless? Lightning. I've applied for Pointless. I've had a one. It's called Lightning. It was hosted by Zoe Lyons. And I was on 5 episodes over the course of a week on BBC Two.
Oh, brilliant. So that's, I'm assuming, was a general knowledge type quiz?
Yeah.
Not a beer quiz.
So, no, there was no beer questions, actually, unfortunately.
Right. So while we're talking about beer, are you having one tonight?
I am indeed. I have got a Azvex Manor. So it's a smoothie sour, and this one is passion fruit, guava, mango, and coconut. And it's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I wish I could get into the sours because you all keep going on about how nice they are, but
that sounds
really
incredible.
Not my cup of tea. Yeah, it does sound nice.
They're not sour, these ones, to be honest, Jan. They're more like a smoothie. They're really nice.
Oh, right. Well, I could probably cope with that. I might have to message you tomorrow and get the name of that one. So, and also, so if you just come back off holiday, you're away for the weekend?
Yes, yeah. We've been to Tirana, which is the capital of Albania, for the weekend.
Literally just for the weekend?
Yeah. We went on Thursday and we came back on last night. We landed about 2:00 this morning. So yeah, we're knackered today.
Yeah, I bet you are. I bet you're knackered.
But Andrew was back at work. I'm not.
He's back. What? He went back to work?
Yeah, I know. I don't think he worked very hard, to be perfectly honest.
Just today.
Oh, well, that's all right.
No,
then.
never.
So I'm just going to really quickly talk about this Neats End beer that Jimbo gifted me on Friday when we popped into the Alien Audio shed. So I'll do this bit first, and then I'll tell you what I got up to at the weekend. So this is a Neats End. So Jimbo is going to be doing a giveaway. I think it's launched now. It's already live on his Instagram page. So you can win 5 cans of Neats End beer and a brand new 2024 Alien Audio t-shirt. It's for UK only, because obviously can't send beers abroad. But he is going to do a separate one in the near future, just for a t-shirt, which will be hoping to everybody on Instagram to be able to enter. So obviously have a look on Jimbo's Alien Audio Instagram page, and then you can enter the giveaway via that. So the weekend, God, yeah.
I'm looking forward to hearing about this.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it was absolutely amazing. I mean, obviously we went up on Friday, me and Kev, because we had like a 6-hour drive. So swung by Alien Audio, so had a beer with Jimbo while we were there. Really surreal seeing, because obviously where I've done the podcast a few times with the guys, you see Jimbo sitting there. Obviously you don't see him pressing buttons because that isn't on the screen, but just to see Jimbo's face and then to actually go to the Alien Audio pub and see it for yourself was just like the most random thing ever. Then we left Jimbo's and the sat-nav sent us off the M1, so it ended up taking a bit longer to get to Norman's, or as everybody else knows him as Norman now, I think, but Pablo Disco Bar. And then I'm pretty sure it was actually Jimbo that put a comment on saying the masked beer drinker, because Norman came off and I came on with his flashing disco ball hat on, and made a prat myself for a couple of minutes. Went back to the hotel that night, and then Saturday obviously was a big day. I think everybody sort of started getting there. I think Joe Brew Club Hole was there 11:30 in the morning, ready to go. Nikki and Martin not far behind. So I think it was originally supposed to just be an evening thing at the Owl, which is Norman's go-to pub, but it ended up being a whole day thing. So we went to Wallace and Co. I'll tell you what, it was beautiful in there. Really like more of a like cocktail bar type thing. Really, lovely decoration on the wall, and just a really lovely place. And then I don't know how me and Kev managed to lose everybody. They went somewhere else. So we went to the Owl and there was nobody there. And then I get a message off of Norman saying, "Where are you?" And I said, "We're already at the Owl." "Oh, we're in such and such." I said, "Oh, we came and looked for you." I said, "But to be honest with you, mate, you've walked the fucking legs off of me. I cannot walk anymore. So we are staying where we are, and we'll see you in a bit." So I ended up helping the girls in the pub set up ready for them all coming. And then everybody was there, and it just cracked, just really, really brilliant night. Obviously, I've met a few of the guys before, but we met some new faces like Cole from the Beer Here Now pub. Joe, I'd never met Joe, Brew Club Hole. Spenno and Jane from the Spencer Arms. Taylor Tavern, Ashmore Arms. So obviously John and Sarah, Mark and Sharon, Nikki and Martin, who I've met before. Obviously Craig and Laura I've met before.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think who else. Yeah, so John and Sarah, Taylor Tavern, and Reg and Amanda from Le Tap, the really brand new pub shed on the scene, because I think he only just completed it like last week, possibly. But really was just a really, really great night. It's a shame you guys missed it, because it would have been great to meet you as well. And well, you can see by the statements.
I told Laura to have a shot of tequila rose for me, and I was quite happy when I got the picture back of all of you having a tequila rose.
Yeah, I think we all had actual tequila as well at some point, and then Miss Pastry Stout was buying me jam donut shots as well. But I'm surprised I was able to walk home by the end of the night, to be honest with you. But I was. So that's the benefits of having a decent breakfast in the morning, which I didn't do last time, and that's why I ended up under a pizza truck. Right then. So I think what we do is get on with the big quiz, and obviously I'll be your host today. Right, so let's get some questions up on the screen. Right, so multiple choice, obviously. So on St. David's Day last week, who was filmed pulling a very badly poured pint at a Wrexham pub? Was it Rishi Sunak, Prince William, or Catherine Zeta-Jones? So I'm going to ask Hayley first.
I mean, I've got no idea, but it isn't going to be Rishi Sunak. You'd hope he's kind of busy doing other things. Let's be fair.
I think he has
Prince
done
William
that before.
Yeah, well, yeah, but wasn't he carrying some plates, and then it upset a lot of people by saying things. So I can't imagine he's really very welcome in the hospitality trade. I would guess Prince William, just out of pure, he's a nice guy, likes to be seen out and about, the Wrexham story.
Yeah.
I'd guess Prince William, but for no other reason than pure guess.
No worries. So you're going with Prince William, and what about you, Abby?
Yeah, because I was on holiday on St. David's Day. I've not seen any news or anything this weekend, so I've got absolutely no idea either. Catherine Zeta-Jones, is she even doing stuff anymore? I would say, yeah, Prince William is Prince of Wales now, isn't he? So I'll go Prince William as well.
So you're going Prince William as well. So has anybody got it right? Whoa. There we go. You both got it right. Hey. Well done. So,
Thank you.
So it was a pub attached to Wrexham Football Club's grounds, and he was with celebrity co-owner of the football club, Rob McElhenney. So, there. Good. So,
look forward
next
to that on
question.
the next series then.
Yeah. So, residents in Kensington are believed to have been outraged after TV presenter Kirsty Allsop's partner bought her a local pub and did what? Did they rename it after her, hike the prices, or stop selling draft beers? Let's go with Abby first this time.
Tricky one. I think maybe because it's Kensington, so I think the prices will already be expensive anyway. I think maybe we renamed it after her.
Okie dokie. And Hayley, what do you think?
I was going the same. I was thinking obviously people get annoyed about price increases, right? But outraged, and Kensington, they could probably afford it. Sorry, just branding everybody in Kensington as rich. I was going to go renamed it after her.
Okay, so has anybody got it right?
Yay.
Someone has, and it's both of you again. So it actually turned out to be a misunderstanding. The sign is actually linked to an old brewery Kirsty Allsop has family links to, and they are reviving. So there we go. So next question. Right, a house in Florida in the US has gone on the market for $210,000, but what is unique about it? Is it the grounds of a brewery and you get free beer when maintaining the property's lawns? It's decorated wall-to floor in Budweiser cans. It's completely surrounded by public bars, one on either side, one in the basement and one on the roof. So I think it's Hayley's go again.
I mean, I've got no idea. And all of those are kind of plausible, mad, but oh God. I mean, the last one would be great, wouldn't it, really?
What, yeah?
Well,
Be a bit loud,
it wouldn't. I was going to say it would be until you want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go for that because a decorated wall to floor in Budweiser. I don't know. I'll go surrounded by bars just because that seems crazy and fun and yeah, why not?
Okay, no worries. Surrounded by bars is for H. And what about you, Abby? What are you going with?
Well, I think the Budweiser cans sounds like Jimbo made that up. I can't believe that one. I think it's a bit too obvious. I think it's the grounds of the brewery. You get a free
Grounds
beer
of
if you
the
maintain the
brewery.
lawn.
Okay, so H is going with surrounded by bars and you're going maintaining the grounds of the brewery. So has anybody got it right? The place was decorated with Budweiser cans. Look at that.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
no.
It's just absolutely crazy.
I apologise to Jimbo.
It was actually me sent him this question across this morning. I was like, what? That can't be real. But yeah, it obviously is.
Oh no.
God,
Wow.
I dread to think if you bought it, how long it would take you to get rid of them.
I hope they've washed them all.
Well, you'd hope
Yeah.
so, wouldn't you? Otherwise, it would smell like a piss up in a
Yeah.
brewery, wouldn't it? That. But
Also,
right.
who's
So
drinking that much Budweiser?
oh,
Somebody in America.
well, yeah, they've got to have been drinking, I don't know, 20 cans a day for the last 40 years by the looks of things. But no, not my cup of tea. Now, there's something really quick I want to do. I'm not sure if Jimbo's aware of this or not, but Mark at the Ashmore Arms has asked, I don't know if you're aware that they're doing Cask Master this year. So you've got John at the Taylor Tavern, Mark at the Ashmore Arms and Reg Latap are doing Cask Master. So
Yeah.
Is it possible that if you don't want to do it, absolutely fine, but if you can, it'd be great. I did it, made a fool of myself. But if you can do the can while holding a can of craft beer, there's an extra point in it for you. So, quickest person to go.
What?
Oh God.
What, actually, like actual can?
Yeah. You kind of just have to
I've
sing
not
it in
really
your
got-
head, Hayley.
I've done it now.
Hey! Absolutely brilliant. That's great. Thank you very much. But yep, so that's an extra point each. So
You don't make the boys do this. It's not fair.
I think the
we're
boys
more
have been
fun,
made
that's
to do
why.
other stuff. I think they got made to do karaoke one time, didn't they? The pair of them. So, but right. So that's all the questions done. So what do we do here? I think you actually got 3 each, including the bonus points for doing the can with a can. So now we're going to go to what's that pub shed sound, which I don't think anybody got last week. So Jimbo has set it all up so we can listen a couple of times and see if either of you have got any idea. And again. Any idea?
Is he opening a window in the pub?
No. Hayley, any ideas?
Opening a box and then folding it down for recycling.
No.
That's very cool.
I think that's going to have to be rolled over again for next week. But Jimbo will be happy because I think that's the last sound he's got, so he'll be able to roll this on for a few more weeks. So next thing we're doing is Martin Brewis. So I think, Hayley, have you got some things?
I have
down?
the Martin Brewis, yes.
Ooh.
Right, Jimbo's in the background, and he's actually put up Guess the Fest. Hey, there we go. Martin Brewis. Right. So, go on then, Hayley. What have you got for us?
So this week's money saving tip is that Vault City currently have a flash sale with 33% off everything. So yeah, details on the screen, but for those that haven't got a screen, use the code for 33 off. And the sale ends on the 13th of March. So get in there because the stuff already sold out. We were like umming and ahhing and messing around, and now we've missed things. So for those of you that like Vault City, I do. And I've met, get in there, get your stuff bought.
Right.
Yeah,
brilliant.
Laura said today she spoke to me, and she said that Stupid's already sold out.
That when, we were saying this just before we came on, like that Stupid was so nice, and we were messing around, umming and ahhing, and I wish we'd bought it now.
No, I think sometimes you just got to jump in and get things, haven't you? Because they're just, if it's something popular, it's just gone, isn't it? You know, I think I know all the guys were buying putty at the beginning of the year, and that, of course, that was all sold out. I've never bought a putty, but obviously Little Monster's really local to us, and I love their squash court, and that's one of those things. It's just a yearly release, and once it's sold out, it's sold out. So I was straight on this morning. I did say to Jimbo about it because I thought I might just put it in this. I know it's not money saving, but it's a yearly occurrence. So Jimbo had a look and it was already gone. So that was that out the window. But I think Jimbo's got a couple of other deals. I think there was a Tesco's. Yeah, and I can't see that for love nor money. So bear
Is
with
this me? So yeah, I can read them, Jan, I think. So
Hayley, you
so I'm assuming I'm just reading them through. So basically, for the Tesco shoppers that have got Club Card, they obviously do some quite enticing deals, which are just Club Card prices. So salt, Huckaback, Neipa, 4 of the 440 mils is $7.25 on Club Card. For the Tiny Rebel lovers, the Club Tropical IPA 10 cans is $13.50. Vocation Roll With It DDH 4 cans is $7.25, and Camden Pale Ale 12 of is £12. So some good deals on Tesco Club Card at the moment.
Brilliant. I'm glad your eyes were working then, and I do believe there is one more.
There is Jimbo from backstage. There is, but it's like the voice of the balls, isn't it? On lottery.
Is that what you're going to call you lot now? Are you the balls?
Yeah.
That other one's gone because it ends at midnight tonight. Dave spotted it ends at midnight, so we'll have to scrap that one.
Oh well, that's shit. That's shit. All right. So moving on. Now we have got a new confession, which I believe just came in today. So forgive me, Jan, for I have sinned. At Pablo's meetup in Hartlepool, I told the premiering staff that we were all there for a swingers convention. So who do you think it was? It was either Crafty Craig Johnson, Nikki from the Patriot Lockdown Bar, or Joe from the Brew Club Hole. So I'm going to ask Abby first. Who do you think that was?
Well, I was talking to Laura today, and she did mention the fact that there was keys going around. Someone had the keys to someone else's room, and they were saying about it being a swingers convention, but she didn't say who it was. But I'm going to say if she probably would have told me if it was Craig. I'm going to go Joe at the Brew Club Hall. I would have said Andros because that's what Dave usually says, but he's not on there.
And you know it's not him. And what about you, H? Exactly. Who are you going with? Who are you going with, H?
I'll guess Joe. I've got no idea.
You're going to guess Joe as well?
Abby now, but Craig maybe would say something like that. I don't feel like Nick. I don't know. I don't know Nicky that well, but I've met him a few times. But yeah, Joe's. Has he got? Yeah, Dave's going. Yeah, my twin. So we'll go for Joe.
Right. So you're both going with Joe, yeah? So let's hear who the confession is from.
Forgive me, Jimbo, for I have sinned. Yes, it's Joe from the Brew Club Hull. Whilst in Hartlepool at the weekend for Judge Pat and Pablo's birthday, I got quite drunk and told the receptionist that we was all in Hartlepool for a swingers convention. That totally backfired on me about 1 o'clock in the morning when I came back to the hotel with Judge Pat and Nicky. Yep, you should have seen the faces. Never felt so embarrassed in all my life.
That was hilarious. He didn't tell any of us about it until the next morning. So I did think when we walked in, the old receptionist was giving a bit of a funny eye because the funny thing is, Kev was in front of me and I was helping Paul from the crack of night in back to his room because by the end of the night he was like Virgil off of Thunderbirds. But I was getting a funny look off the receptionist. So they're probably thinking you left with that guy and you come back with this guy. So they probably believed him after that. So what we've got next, and I can't wait to hear this, is obviously normally we've had Shed Sheeran, and for a while now we've had Sheddie Mercury, but tonight we have got Dua Neipa.
I got no rules, I count 'em.
So what we do, obviously, because Hayley probably will know, because I think she sat in with Dave a few times. Abby, you might not. So what we do, we'll play it a couple of times. So once you've listened to it twice, then you both can have a bit of a discussion and see if you can recognise the song and the artist. So cue Dua Neipa.
I got no rules, I count 'em.
It's not easy, is it? Oh, trust me, I've seen you two faces as my face most weeks, so I've not got a clue. So what we do, we'll have another listen, and then you can have a bit of a discussion as to who you think it might be. Any ideas?
Usually, the past few weeks, I have got it. I know Dave and Andy didn't get it the other week, and I was like straight in, like I knew this straight away. And last week's, but I have got not a sausage.
No. H, any ideas?
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Because you think you hear something, and then you're like,
yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's probably, I can't even remember who sang it, but it really sounds like Chain Reaction.
It did a bit actually, but
it's probably wrong.
Yeah, but I know exactly what you mean, because sometimes you're kind of listening to it and it's almost coming out of your mouth. You're like just going to say it and then it kind of disappears again. So I don't know. Did you want to have one more go? One more listen?
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah.
Come on, yeah.
brilliant. Loved it. So obviously that if anybody's got any idea what song it is, then obviously you can just message Imbo via Instagram or Spotify, and if not, then it might roll over again next week and Dave and Andy will have to guess who it is. So there we go. So this one, H, you're going to love this because you're going to hear live. No. Yes.
Yeah.
What's in Jan's box? What's in Jan's box's box? What's in Jan's box? What's in Jan's box's box? What's in Jan's box? What's in Jan's box's box? What's in Jan's box? What's in Jan's box's box?
Hi guys, Jan here from the Box Hounds, and I've brought along my famous box. Can you guess what's inside it this week? 20 questions, and I can only answer yes or no.
Hey, you didn't know how clever I am, did you? I can drink and speak at the same time. Right then, so who wants to go first?
Well, I just want to say before we get into this, every time you like my post or every time I see one of your posts on Instagram or anything now, I get what's in John's box stuck in my head.
There was a few people on about that on Saturday night. I think it's like a bit of an earworm now, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So who wants to ask the first question?
I don't mind.
Go on.
Hey, you
Yeah.
go.
Go on. Is it made of wood?
No.
Is it made of plastic?
No.
That took a long time.
Because I had to think about what is actually in Jan's box. Completely forgotten about it.
She's put it in there and forgotten.
No wood, no plastic. Is it made of glass?
Yes.
Ooh.
Can you put things into it?
No.
Do you use it to consume drinks with?
No. That's 5 questions.
Is it for decorative purposes?
Yes.
Oh.
Come on, girls, you've got to beat the boys. Under 10 questions.
Is it like one of those bar mirrors?
Like one of those bar mirrors.
What's in Jan's box? What's in Jan's box's box? What's in Jan's box? What's in Jan's box's box? What's in Jan's box? What's in Jan's box's?
Well done. 7 questions. You did it. You beat the boys.
Woo! Of course we did.
Right. So now we're on to Pub Shed of the Week, which is Tenali's Sports Bar. So that is Tenali's _ Sports Bar. So we did get a bit of information sent through from them today. So the landlord and landlady are Ian and Louise. I think they built the bar earlier this year, and the name of the bar came from their love of Newcastle United, and they named it after Sandro Tonali, who's now been banned for 12 months. So whether it was them, putting a bit of a jinx on him, But they're based in, I hope I say this right, Llanelli in South Wales. The favourite feature in the bar at the moment is their dartboard, and after watching Luke Littler, the two sons are now hooked on playing darts in the bar. They've got a pub shed dog, which I love a pub shed dog. Anybody's got a pub shed dog? I'm there, and her name is Belle. They've got regular visitors, which are Rich and Michelle, which I think Ian said was his brother-in-law, so I'm assuming that's Michelle's brother. So when they invite Rich and Michelle over, Rich likes to plough through some craft beers while visiting. And this week they're getting done some proper electrics in rather than running everything off of extension leads. And they'll be posting some pics on Instagram. So did you two have a look today? Is there anything you kind of spotted that you like? Or that looks lovely, doesn't it? With a little sofa, garden sofa and everything out there.
Some nice slab work down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, shame about the sign above the door, but
that's cool
I
as well,
like it.
actually. It is. It's nice, isn't it? It looks like quite a decent size
Yeah,
in that
it's
as
nice.
well. I think I love that. Look at the like Tonali's sports bar. That's brilliant, actually. Really
was
good.
that a screen on the patio?
Sorry?
Did they have a screen up? Was it a screen they had on the patio at the far end?
Oh, no, I think that looks like another shed, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was just trying to figure it out. I was like,
is it one of them outdoor TVs?
Yeah.
Could be.
If it's one of them, I'm loving it.
We'd have to ask them, but if anybody wants to have a look or follow them on Instagram, I'll just say again, it's Tonali's _sports bar.
I like the Sabutier.
Yeah, that's cool, isn't it?
Cool.
Blade machine. H should be jealous. Look at that little gin bar at the back there.
Yeah.
Hey?
Nice.
Hey? Come on,
Do you think
Dave.
that's a
You need
real
a bigger
bully?
gin bar. Sorry.
Do you think that's a real bully at the back there?
It looks like it.
Just like a proper bully, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Original.
It does really look like it, actually. So, anyway, did you enjoy being part of the quiz?
Loved it.
Yes, yeah, it was good.
Magic. I don't think I really enjoyed being the host, but
Oh,
I think Jimbo does a much better job than me, but I gave it a whirl. So, any plans for the weekend, Abby?
No, recover after the last couple of weekends. Plus, I start my new job on Monday, so a chilled weekend this week. Oh, actually, no, I tell a lie. I'm going out with Craig and Laura. We're going to the theatre. Well, me and Laura are going to the theatre, and Andrew and Craig and a few others are going out in Leicester. So, yeah. If you're in Leicester.
Whoa! And what about you, H? Any plans?
A few bits on. So I'm going to see The Last Leg on Friday night for anybody that enjoys a bit of that. So me and the sister-in-law, it's one of those where you can just, like, obviously I think the audiences are just free tickets. So
we've done it before.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. But yeah, so it's a late one. It doesn't start till like 9. So
right.
Anyway, so yeah, so we've got that on Friday. And then yeah, it's little one's first birthday next weekend. So I've got lots of bits to do before that. So just kind of getting sorted really.
That'll be busy. I can't believe she's a year old.
I know.
I can't.
Crazy,
so, yeah,
isn't it? Absolutely crazy.
Time flies. So yeah, so a few bits to finish off for that, and Mother's Day Sunday. So hopefully there's a Sunday dinner in there somewhere.
Is that your first Mother's Day?
No, so she was literally born, I think, the week of Mother's Day last year. But to be honest, it was a blur. So I did have first Mother's Day, but she was like days old, and yeah.
Oh bless. Right. So is Dave cooking you a roast dinner on Sunday?
No, he's not. We're going to his brother's.
Oh. Well,
But,
I
you
hope
know,
he gets you something nice.
I'm sure
Hope he
he'll
gets
think
you
of another
something
way
nice.
to look after me.
Yeah, yeah. And well, I'm not really doing much myself this weekend, obviously after last weekend. So we've just got a couple of friends over watching the rugby on Saturday and a few beers in here and just to chill really. Because to be honest, I'm fucking knackered after last weekend. I'm getting too old for this shit.
Yeah.
No, but that's it. Well, thank you very much, guys. And I
Thank
think
you. Thanks for being a good
Abby,
host.
since Hayley's doing it, pick a number, Abby.
Oh, number 4.
Number 4.
Dave should be a fact of the week. Dave
Hayley's.
should be a fact of the week.
Hayley's
Dave
should
should
be a fact.
is here for you.
Right, what you got for us, Hayley?
So Jaeger Wise, I'm hoping I've said that right. Jaeger Wise is the master brewer of Wildcard Brewery. Born in London but raised in Nottingham, but studied chemical engineering at Loughborough Uni.
Oh, all right.
Local boy.
Good night.
Don't really just use them.